What is the solution to poverty in Indonesia? That is a question that so many people have asked, and today in this video I will talk about a solution that I have thought of and I think will work not just here but all around the world, as long as you help join my movement. So here it is. Watch the video, find out. So of course, there's no easy solution to poverty around the world here in Indonesia. Now I'm specifically going to be talking about Indonesia today because that is where I live. So it is actually at home in my heart, basically. So in this video, I'll talk about three different things, three different factors contributing to poverty and the solution to it. So first, let's talk about the richest people in Indonesia. Number one, number two, number three, and number four. They're all people contributing to the death of Indonesia. They're all people that are stuck in an industrial age. The number one richest person makes tobacco. He owns a tobacco company as well as some other things. I'll put his name down in the description below. The second person also deals with tobacco, I believe. Third and fourth, there's a plastics company and also a rubber company, I believe. Okay, so all of these companies and CEOs of the companies are actually damaging the environment and damaging people's health. If you compare that to the richest people in America, or the richest companies in America, such as Apple or Facebook, which are in the top 5. I mean, those are like technology companies, and those companies are helping people to grow. I mean, you know, you use Apple products probably every single day. Maybe some of you are Android fans, but you cannot argue to the fact of how much Apple or Google or Facebook have helped the nation grow and also give people jobs all around the world. The top richest people in Indonesia are not helping Indonesia to get better. And the research that I put into this video and the blog article, which I will link below as well, I tried to search for like charity organizations that these guys are involved in, and nothing came up. I mean, there was one guy that lives in Surabaya, and he has done some charitable works. But other than that though, I couldn't really find much on like good deeds these guys have done. So I would say that's one major factor why Indonesia is being held back, is the richest people are not actually helping out. Okay? Whereas you look at richest people in America, such as Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg, they are contributing to these charities, to cancer funds, to help educate people, and they promote great skills such as reading. I mean, you cannot beat that, okay? So we need people like that here in Indonesia to help promote, and that's what the younger generation is doing here. But we need more. Now, let's move on to the second point. The second point is about the government. The government here, there's a lot of corruption, and I can't even really dip into the very tip of the iceberg in the type of corruption that the government does here. But what I can do is say, like, with the little bit of research that I did do, I tried to search for what is the government doing to like help the villages grow. What is the government doing to, because the rural areas here are very far behind, and even the cities here, like I live in Surabaya, And even the cities here are a bit behind other nations, such as Canada or America in the West, okay? The government is sending money, like $4.2 billion to the villages around Indonesia. And the government is giving this money to the village heads, which then decide what to do with that money. There are regulations set out by the government telling the village heads to spend the money on certain things, but the laws here are easily broken and manipulated. And I have no idea what these village heads are actually doing with the money that they receive. And $4.2 billion is quite a bit spread out to, you know, all the different villages. Where are they putting this money? Are they putting it to rebuild the destructed roads? Are they putting it into education? What are they actually doing with this money? We have no idea. Yeah, maybe there's some records, but it just doesn't seem like that money is really helping out a whole lot. That's as far as I really went into some of the research about the government here and what they're doing to help decrease poverty and increase wealth. But it just seems like the government here and some of the people here are stuck in the industrial age. Except for my third point, which would be the youth of Indonesia, people that are like 35 years and younger. If you look at the top 50 richest people in Indonesia, you will find that pretty much all of those people are above 40. And most of those people are in the industrial type of work, or cigarettes. Cigarettes are right up there at the top. So the third point here is that the Indonesian youth 35 and under, these people are creating, a lot of them are creating, such as the CEO of Gojek, Nadiem Makarim, I believe. Awesome guy there, and he's creating so many jobs for Indonesians, and it's a tech company and really bringing up some inspiration for Indonesians, such as well as Tokopedia CEO and Bukalapak. There's all these different Indonesian tech startups that are sprouting up. I've also met a few other Indonesians that are creating like smaller organizations that are definitely doing some great help for the Indonesian economy and helping the youth of Indonesia grow. And I believe that 40% of the population, or like 42 I think it is, of the percent of the population of Indonesia are 25 years and under. That's a huge amount. Huge. So a lot of these young people are going to be growing up out of high school into university, into the working world very soon here. And this is a great opportunity for the Indonesian country to stand up and grow together with all these young people growing up. Okay, so we need to really get into these young people's minds and help them to grow. People that are already established need to reach out to the youth of Indonesia and help these kids to grow. And that comes to my solution of poverty around the world in Indonesia. And it is not the only solution. Of course, it is just one small part of it. Okay? And if you guys join me in this movement, I mean, we're gonna make a huge difference around the world. Okay? So, my idea is that if more people start to read self-development books, business books, spirituality, whatever else, books that will basically help improve you, then the world will definitely become a better place. So you cannot force anyone to do something that they don't want to do. But by picking up a book and reading it out in the cafe or on the bus, and then just talking to people about what you're reading, I think the interest in reading will grow. And you know, you've got influencers such as myself. You've also got so many other Indonesian people that are reading, like on Instagram. If you check out the hashtag Bookstagram Indonesia, you will see tons of people reading, mostly fictional books, but there are some readers of non-fiction as well. And I don't want to say that fiction is bad, because I love fiction as well. Reading fiction will do you some good, but you really need to start picking up like a self-development book which works on your core leadership skills or your persuasion skills. If everyone starts doing this, trust me, it is going to make a big difference, like it did in my life. A lot of you have heard my story, some of you haven't heard my story, where back in 2015 is when I first started reading self-development books. Before that point, I was kind of a lazy bum. I just, you know, after I got done teaching or after I got off of work, I would just go home, watch a movie, play games. I wouldn't read or anything like that. That's the only thing I really did. I just wanted to have fun. But after I picked up this self-development book, started reading it, my life pretty much changed. Gradually, not quickly. It's 2018 now, so it's already been 3 years. But I have definitely become a more productive person because of reading books. So, let's start a movement, you guys. All of you Indonesians out there, all of you Americans out there, Canadians, Russians, wherever you're from in the world, I want you to start reading in front of people and start talking about books in front of people. Recommend books to your friend. If there's a book that really helped you out to become a better person, give that book away to your friend. Start a movement. Send them over to my website. What I really want is people to start reading more, and people that don't read already to start reading more. This is coming from my heart, you guys, and I really believe that it is a solution to the poverty problem around the world. Not the fix-all solution. Yes, there are more. There's a bigger problem out there, but there's only so much that I personally can do. There's only so much that you can personally do. But the only way to solve it is to get started on trying to solve it by picking some problem. My problem that I picked is the low reading rate of the world. Not many people read. Not enough people read. I picked that problem and I'm going with it, and I hope that you guys can help me out by starting to spread this message of reading will change your life. Let's start a reading movement. You guys, let's do it, okay? I'm like so excited here. So very, very, very excited. Okay, so despite all these negative things about the older generation of Indonesia, holding Indonesia back, the government holding Indonesia back, there's the youth of Indonesia which is pushing Indonesia forward. So you guys can do it. I know you can. I trust in you. Share this stuff, share your reading, and let's do this. Let's do it, okay? Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, let's start reading. Let's start this movement. Let's get it going. Let's help the world to become a better place, more peaceful, more understanding, smarter, so we don't have ignorant idiots running around making the world a worse place to live, a dirty place for the future generations. We don't want that. We want the world to become better and smarter. Okay, I will see you guys next video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Start reading more, start spreading the message. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like these. Also follow my other social media accounts such as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for more valuable content. Thank you for watching again, and I will see you guys next time.